My brother Samuel has always been the golden child, and I've always been the problem, at least in my parents' eyes. We grew up upper middle class in a small Minnesota town, where appearances mattered more than reality. When Samuel broke my gaming console, my parents bought him a new one and told me to share better. When he killed my pet hamster as a kid, they called it an accident and blamed me for not watching it properly. And when he spread rumors in high school that ruined my relationship, they said he was just being protective. So when I met Victoria, brilliant, compassionate, a pediatric nurse, I tried to protect her. For 3 months, I didn't tell my family we were dating because Samuel had sabotaged every girlfriend before her. But Victoria always tried to see the best in people. She encouraged me to introduce her, saying maybe things would be different now that we were adults. They weren't. At the first family dinner, Samuel practically shoved my mom aside to hug Victoria first, holding on too long until she stepped back. Throughout dinner, he kept touching her arm, forcing fake inside jokes, and even shoving past me to sit next to her. Then he crossed the line. He tried to feed her from his own fork while staring her down. Victoria stayed polite, trying to make a good impression, but I could see she was uncomfortable. Samuel spent the night twisting stories to humiliate me, even inventing a fake tale about saving an ex from my supposed abuse. My parents nodded like he was telling the truth. After dinner, Victoria offered to help clean up. I was in the garage with my dad when I realized she'd been gone too long. I found Samuel cornering her in the kitchen, blocking the doorway, leaning close, telling her she deserved someone more exciting than me. She looked relieved when she saw me and immediately stood by my side. Samuel laughed like it was all a joke, but Victoria was trembling. A few days later, the stalking started. Strange calls, heavy breathing, hang-ups, then voicemails calling her frigid and stuck up with details about her work schedule and what she wore proof someone was watching her. Soon, Samuel's friends were showing up at the hospital, lingering near the pediatric ward, staring at her for hours. One followed her to her car after a night shift. She called me crying, too scared to drive. We documented everything: texts, voicemails, security footage, coworker statements, and went to police. But Tyler, the worst one, was a local sergeant's son. Suddenly, the officer acted like Victoria was misinterpreting friendly attention. Then my parents lured us into a make-peace dinner, and it was a trap. Samuel and the very men stalking Victoria were there. For 2 hours, they attacked her character, called her unstable, and told me to choose between my real family and my girlfriend. We left. The final straw came at my cousin Holly's wedding. Despite security, Samuel followed Victoria to the bathroom hallway and assaulted her, pinning her to the wall, covering her mouth, leaving bruises and tearing her dress. Witnesses pulled him off. Police arrived. My parents tried to stop the arrest, screaming it was a misunderstanding. That night changed everything. Victoria and I moved 300 miles away. We built a peaceful life, got married, and started our own family. Years later, I got the call. Samuel had escalated again, this time beating his wife. Rachel and my dad was helping cover it up. Both were arrested. Samuel took a plea deal, 8 years in prison. My parents spent a lifetime protecting a monster. I spent mine making sure he never touched my family again.